Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony is perhaps one of the most popular pieces on the planet, and with good reason. The emotional experience we go through as we listen to it is extreme. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to listen to this piece and not leap up to your feet at the end. And you don't even need to know what the music is about to have this visceral experience. But it does help. So let's dive in. Tchaikovsky started writing this symphony in the late 1870s when his life was essentially falling apart. He was a teacher at the Moscow Conservatory, and one of his students, named Antonina, wrote him a love letter where she said she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. It wouldn't really be that big of a deal, except that Tchaikovsky was a closeted homosexual. So, on the one hand, he had no attraction at all to Antonina. But on the other hand, he did have an attraction to the domestic life that goes along with marriage, the kind of life that a gay man at that point in history could never have. So he made a horrible decision. He said yes to Antonina, and he immediately felt trapped. And he knew right away that it was the wrong decision, but he felt bound by duty, by honor, to go through with it, because he had given her his word. And it was 2 months before their wedding that Tchaikovsky started writing his Fourth Symphony. They got married, and he wrote to his brother that he was instantly on the verge of screaming. Work became impossible. Everything was falling apart, and it was only a matter of time until he tried to kill himself by wading into the iced-over water of the Moscow River. Now, he survived, luckily for us, and he ran away from Antonina, who, by the way, never did grant him a divorce. Now, it was at this low point in Tchaikovsky's life that he met his own personal savior, a remarkable woman named Nadezhda Von Meck, who was able to support him both emotionally and financially. She made it possible for Tchaikovsky to climb up out of his misery and once again become the great composer he was destined to be. And so he dedicated his Fourth Symphony to Nadezhda, writing simply, "To my best friend." Now, this music, it wasn't just written during this stormy period of Tchaikovsky's life. In many ways, it is Tchaikovsky, right? It is his struggle with the odds heavily against him, and his eventual conquering of those odds. Just as Beethoven, for example, struggled with his deafness as he was writing the Fifth Symphony. It's because the struggle is so great that the music itself is so powerful and why it affects us so deeply. We all have struggles. We all know what it's like to be beaten down. But we also know that incredible blue sky feeling we get when we're finally out of the woods. It's deep down in us. It's almost like it's part of our genetic makeup, that transition from struggle to triumph. I want to ask you to get rid of the idea that this music was written a long time ago, that maybe it's not as relevant to us today. Our souls resonate with this. The struggle, the triumph. I want to invite you to come hear the Modesto Symphony with me conducting on May 6th and 7th, that's Friday and Saturday, at the Gallo Center for the Arts. Be with all of us in the same room and let the magic happen. Let's all of us listen to Tchaikovsky's music and share in this ultimate human experience, this transformation from darkness to light, from sadness to joy, and from struggle to triumph. There's nothing else like it. I'll see you there.